One thing about me, I will shoot my shot. Okay. I had to move in with who? My husband. Because I'm a what? I'm a wife. I'm a wife. Ghosted my boyfriend after he had paid Lobola. I ran.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Things felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a 10. Like Daddy, Stacy, all of the Barbies is pretty. Damn, all of the Barbies is
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kwazeybear, also known as Kwazeybear on all social media platforms. Do subscribe, be a part of this family, and if you're a returning subby, welcome back, darling. As you can tell by the title of the video, I am doing another story time. Yes, we're doing these every month, guys. Every month is a story time because why not? Anyway, we're doing a story time, so I hope that you guys stay tuned. Don't forget to watch ads, don't forget to like, don't forget to engage in the comment sections because getting the advice. Okay, so this story time is about how I ghosted my boyfriend after he had paid Lobola. I ran. Let's get into the video. So many years ago, I met a guy at a restaurant. Okay, let me not say I met a guy. Me and my friend went to a restaurant for lunch, and whilst we were sitting at the restaurant after we had done with our lunch and we are just having some cocktails, we saw a guy sitting on his own. And one thing about me, I will shoot my shot. Okay. So we see this guy and I'm like to my friend, let's go ask him if we can join him. My friend is like, bet. We approach the guy and he seems so shy and so quiet, but he allows us to join his table. And he just basically tells us that he's waiting for a friend, they're meeting up for some drinks. And so we basically didn't have that much of a conversation with the guy because he was very shy. He seemed very reserved. Unlike Mina and my friend, we were here. Okay, so eventually his friend comes, and when his friend comes, guys, the friend is like us, hola, right? Sorry, the friend sorry guys. The friend talks like we papele uyakhuluma. So whilst the friend is there with us, we're basically having conversations, and now the conversation is flowing because the friend is talkative just like us. Unlike Ukai, all along he was just really like on his phone and answering here and there. So when the friend comes, the guy basically receives a phone call. He keeps like receiving phone calls and he keeps excusing himself and stepping out to answer these calls. So his friend then says, basically shows interest in me, and I tell him, hey, if I'm being really honest, I'm the one who said we must come join Upro because I'm interested in Upro. So the guy's like, oh, okay. And he gives me Bru's number whilst the Bru's out, right? So when Upro comes back, he's like, the friend is like, I've given Unogwazi your number, so. And the bra is like so shy. What am I gonna name the guy? I'm gonna name him Angel, right? Because he was such an angel. So Angel then is like, oh, okay, you've given her my number, but like why? What kind of thing? And we basically continue talking, continue having drinks, and he then says, Mina, I've got a girlfriend. And you can tell the guy is loyal, guys. Guy is loyal. He was not entertaining this whole thing of me having this crush on him or whatever. He was just not entertaining it. He was like, Mina, I've got my woman and I'm not about to mess things up with my woman. Nah. So I was like, no, okay, I respect that, but we continue sitting with these guys. But he also then gets my number eventually. But it wasn't Uguti Yabo. I don't think there was ill intent, or there was, I don't know why he took my number, guys, but he took my number. Shapu, time goes on, we do check on each other every now and then, but he's still with his girlfriend and whatever. A year later, he calls and is like, how you doing? I'm good, let's meet up for lunch. We meet up, and in the conversations that we're having there, it comes up, guy is no longer with the girlfriend, things didn't work out, nan. So he's asking me, how are things with you? And I'm like, I'm still single, nan. So he's like, okay, you're single, I'm single, and I'm like, bet. So we end up dating with the guy. Sharp was dating with the guy. He is so sweet, he is so romantic, and things are good, right? And a year after us dating, I fall pregnant. Now, whilst we were dating, I had found out that guy has 2 kids, like with 2 different baby mamas. But baby mamas are not in the picture. We've been good. Our relationship has been good for a year. So now I fall pregnant, and he's just like, I told myself that I don't want things to be the same as with my previous baby mamas. So I want to do things right. Now that you're pregnant, I actually want to go and pay Lobola. Marriage, guys. I want to go pay Lobola, and I want to make you my wife. I don't want you to be just another baby mama. So I'm just like, oh my God. And so we agree. I was not showing Vele at that time. We arranged he's gonna come to my home and pay Lobola. Now, at home, my dad's side is Xhosa. So Xhosa and Zulu, the tradition is a bit different. So he tells me in Zulu culture, this is how we do the whole Lobola thing, and after Lobola, this is what happens, and and there's processes that need to be followed, basically. And I obviously let my parents know, and so there was an arrangement. It was okay, since there's like Xhosa and Zulu background, we're gonna have to accommodate his family with the way that they do things and all of that. Sharp. All those processes were done. Lobola was paid, and I had to move in with who? My husband. Because I'm a what? I'm a wife. Sharp. I moved in with my husband. At the time I was studying, and he was working really hard for us, and he was doing really well for himself. So I was staying with him, studying and all that whilst I was pregnant. And eventually, when it was closer to the time that I had to give birth, he basically then says to me, I'm a very busy person. I'm always at work. I'm always working. And I don't think I'll be able to, be here for you and the baby, like, as ingane sangani. You need someone to basically help you with the baby, with the baby still young. So how about you go to your aunt's place so that at least you have someone that's there to be able to assist you with the baby, right? We agree on this, and the agreement was that I'd go to my aunt's place, I'll give birth and finish writing my exams, because I was still studying, and after giving birth I was going to be writing exams. So I'd finish writing my exams, and then after exams are done and then I'd come. Obviously during exam time my aunt would be staying with the baby, you understand? So it made sense. So that was the arrangement, that I go to my aunt, I give birth, I finish my exams, and then I come back, right? Sharp, guys, I give birth, and I write my exams. Now the exams are done. Now I need to go back to my place, and the guy has been obviously coming over to my aunt's place, buying what me and baby needs and everything. Every now and then he'd come, like literally all the time he'd come. He'd make sure that he comes. So now time has gone by, I finished writing my exams, and it's time for me to go back. And my aunt is like, no, in our culture you don't just go back, you need to buy a certain basket full of goods of some sort in order for you to take back when you go back with the baby. And I'm just like, I don't have money to be buying lendunjana and everything. So guy then asked me, kind of thing, aren't you coming back? Like, it's been close to 2 months now, you're not coming back. And I'm just like, no, my aunt tells me that there's this process that needs to be followed. I need to buy a basket and in all honesty, I was just like, my aunt is just tripping, because why am I buying baskets to go back to my house? This guy loboled me, I'm his wife. Why am I buying baskets to go back into my house? I didn't get it. But anyway, aunt is just like, no, this is how it's supposed to be. Hey, guy gets pissed. Angel gets pissed, and he starts involving, like, one thing about the space in my phone, it will cause havoc when I have to record. Anyway, he involves my uncles, right? And eventually they just all sort of fight with my aunt, and I have to go back. I go back, and now when I go back to Kwame, guys, things are just not the same. Things are not the same. Okay, well, before I left, already we were just not on a good note, and we weren't having sex as much as we used to. And in all honesty, I don't know what was going on with me, but I was just not there. And he just said, you know, maybe it's because of the pregnancy, and he was very understanding and stuff. So now I'm back. Still, I just don't want to have sex with him. Like, I'm getting feely, guys. Like, I don't know what was going on. But basically, I go back and the relationship just goes to woo, 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 you know? And we're not having sex. It's like some roommates, basically, we were like roommates. Shapu. And then I get called for training. They tell me there's training that I need to attend in Kokstad. So I needed to go for training for Lesoskati in Kokstad. I go to Kokstad, I do the training, I come back. After I come back from the training, I get offered a job. Now the job that I get offered is about, the place where I got this job is about an hour away from where we stay with the husband. So every day he would drive me for an hour to work. Every afternoon he'd fetch me, like drive an hour. He would do that. He didn't mind. He used to do it. Well, he didn't mind. He didn't complain about it. Sharp. So we did this. And what I noticed about Ukai is that he seemed to go out a lot all of a sudden. He'd go out, he'd leave me in Lini, he'd just go out. And I was just like, well, what's going on with this guy? Yeah, well. So this one day, as he's about to go out, I just tell him, get me now, when you seem to always be going out nowadays and you're always leaving me, it's as if you're avoiding ukuba la endlini kind of thing. And he just says to me, well, obviously I'll avoid ukuba la endlini because I don't feel like I'm in a relationship with you. I feel like, as I was at him, how long has it been since we've had sex? How long has it been since we've done this? Like, it's as if I'm with my sister lately. So that's why I go out and have fun, because that seems to be like the only thing I can do, basically. Yeah, well. And so I'm just like, okay, sharp, and he leaves. When he comes back, we talk about it again, and I'm just like, you know what, I will do better, because I realize I'm part of the problem. So I'm like, okay, no, I'll do better. I'll definitely try. Nangembela, I do try, guys. We start having sex, we start, relationships start, but it wasn't like before. Yeah, understand? Sharp. Now, I don't know whether it was just my immaturity at the time, but I then just talked to him about like my work situation, that I'm working an hour away from home, and I feel like I should get like a place closer to work so that I'm closer, to work. And I also tell him some of my colleagues are also thinking of renting a place, so we're thinking of sharing ganje. And I just explained the whole situation. Guy goes crazy and he's like, have you ever heard me complaining about taking you to work? I don't have a problem taking you to work. I'm khuleki, basically. Like, it's nothing above me. I can take you to work. I don't have a problem. So why do you want to all of a sudden go stay with your friends? That's not happening. And another thing, our child is not even 2 years old yet. You're already wanting to leave the child. Nah. He just goes wild. And looking at it now, it makes sense, because why, Vel? Why? I think I was just childish, guys. Like, I was childish. Anyway, we end up having a fight about it, and she's just like, you know what? There's no way that's happening. It's not happening. Like, we end up having like a huge fight, and we don't talk to each other the rest of the night. We go to sleep, wake up in the morning. The following day, he plans to go out with his friends again. And usually when he goes out, guys, he would make sure, like, he was the guy that made sure that even if he's gone, we have everything we need in clean. He'd ask, do you need anything before I go? And he'd make sure that everything we need is there. So that morning, he asked me, do you need anything? I'm going ganje. And I'm just like, no. And usually I'd say, no, and then he'd buy it. That morning, I was so pissed, and I was just like, this one thinks he can control me. This one, he doesn't know me. he doesn't know me. So guy gets dressed and he leaves with his friends. As he goes, packing my bags. I start packing everything, guys. Pack my clothes, pack the baby's kids, and I was out. I'm sure when he came back from Groove, he was just like, empty house, how? You understand? I left. I just packed my bags and I left, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. I'm going. And I left. I got back home and I lied. I told my family that he had chased me away from home. Why? Namangas. But and then for a while we didn't talk, and he didn't even chase after me. He didn't do anything. Excuse me. He just let me be. So as this case is kubega, it came to around December, and now the child has grown, obviously. And he had just been asking if he could come and get the child at least, and so that the child can visit him, and nan. I agree. Shapu, this one December, he comes to get the child, and that's when we had like our first conversation as to what actually happened. And he asked me, like, what actually happened with you? And I was just like, I couldn't give him a straight answer, because Nami, I don't know what happened, guys. I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was I wasn't ready for commitment. I was young and I felt like or something. I don't know, but like I don't know what happened. And so he leaves with the child goes on holiday, and he comes back with the child after Amaholiday, and I realized that I effed up real bad. And now I'm in a situation where I'm just like, I want this guy back. I want him back. I realized my mistake and I want him back. So in me wanting him back, I have this conversation with him. I'm like, you know what? I messed up. I did you dirty. I messed up. I apologize. And I'm hoping that we could work things out. All right? And the guy is just like, no, you just have to think about it. Nan. That is the story time, guys. Scott, it's the story time. And disclaimer, this is not my own story time. It is a story time from my DMs. And the interesting thing is that this is not the story time from Okel. This story time was shared by the guy, right? So the guy's in a situation where baby mama or wifey, let's just call her wifey because technically she is his wife, wants him back after years of them being apart and years of her just upping and going with his cows. Basically, she up and left with his cows, and now she wants him back. So he's in a situation where I think he still loves her. I really think he still loves her, and I think he's still willing to give her another shot, but gune uncertainty, and he really needs advice. So please advise in the comment section. What should a guy do? Should he take her back? Should they try work things out? Was there something any underlying gusisi that she's not telling the guy, or the guy is not aware of? So yeah, story times are not only about us as women. Sometimes guys actually also go through the most. That is my story time. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.